Welcome back everyone to Game of the Week, a series where each week I'll be taking a niche and unpopular Roblox game and reviewing it. And if I miss a single day of uploading, the series will end. As always, the link for every game I play will be down in the description below, so if you want to go check the games out, all you gotta do is scroll down and click the first link you see in the description. But without any further dilly-dallying, this Game of the Week is... Rotology. Have you guys ever seen those Scientology speedruns on Instagram or TikTok or hell even YouTube, where people would go and break into the Scientology building and just try to speedrun it and make it into the building as deep as possible and make maps of what they discovered in the building so far and whatnot? Well, if you're familiar with the concept of Scientology speedrunning, then I don't know about you, but to me, the concept always seemed interesting, and I always wanted someone to make a game about Scientology speedrunning. You know, I wanted Scientology speedrunning to be turned into a game, because it genuinely sounds like a really fucking fun game concept, you know? Running into a building, avoiding all the monsters, all the fucking meat grinders and torture chambers and whatever the hell they have in the Scientology building, and just trying to make it as deep as possible, you know, recovering documents, fighting Tom Cruise, you know, preventing the Scientology elites, I guess, from summoning the Wither Storm or whatever. It all sounded really cool to me. And I always wanted it to be like a game. I always wanted someone to make Scientology speedrunning into a game. And thankfully, Rotology did exactly that. Rotology turned Scientology speedrunning into an actual video game. Now listen, I usually wouldn't promote a Roblox game that's promoting property damage and harm to other people and all that stuff, you know. I usually wouldn't promote a game like that. But the thing is, with Scientology speedruns, it really is a victimless crime, you know, because Scientology is a cult. Alright, let's be absolutely fucking clear on that. Scientology is a cult. So, I feel like I'm a little bit justified in making fun of them and promoting a game that makes fun of them and all that stuff. Even though technically everyone that, you know, does Scientology speedrunning, commits a lot of property damage and whatnot. So, even though, you know, there's technically harm in the Scientology speedrunning, there's not that much harm, because, you know, Scientology is a cult, so who the fuck cares, you know? But anyways, yapping aside, the way that Rotology works is that it's basically like Scientology speedrunning if you know, all the theories and all the wacky, crazy ideas that people have about Scientology, really, you know? There are a lot of these memes that people have been posting about the Scientology building, about how, you know, if you make it past floor 1 of the Scientology building, you have to, fight Tom Cruise to the death as the first boss. And then if you reach the, you know, the final level of the Scientology building, you have to, fight all the previous bosses that you encountered at once to, you know, prevent them from summoning the Wither Storm. And, you know, there's you know, people have been making memes about torture chambers in the Scientology building, and meat grinders that people get thrown into, and chapels in the Scientology building, and fucking ancient statues of Baal and Moloch and whatever. And this game basically takes all those theories and makes the Scientology building as cool as people like to pretend that it is, when in reality it's just kind of a lame-ass building. But this game at least makes it cool, and, you know, there's actually fucking Tom Cruise bosses and killing chambers and whatever the hell not in the Rotology version of the Church of Scientology. Even ignoring actual gameplay and actual progression in the game and whatnot, this game is really fun. Even if you just play it and just run around the Scientology building, you know, even if you just run around and just explore as many rooms as possible, it's still a really, really fun experience. And it's especially a fun experience because in every round, the Scientology building gets like completely shuffled around, and all the rooms in it get completely randomized. So during every new round and every new run, you're pretty much guaranteed to find some new room that you have never seen before, with like some brand new monsters that fucking one-shot you and whatever. And speaking of monsters, there are a lot of like Scientologists in the Scientology building. I mean, you know, that kind of makes sense. And the big part of the game, the big like gameplay loop of the game is, for the most part, trying to avoid these Scientologists, or Rotologists, I guess as they're called in this game. They aren't like super threatening or anything. They just kind of like push you around and like smack you down. But if you get surrounded by like a bunch of them, you can get like stunlocked and like genuinely killed and fucking beaten to death if you're not careful. And you especially have to be careful because a lot of the rooms and corridors in this game actually lead to dead ends and locked doors and whatnot. So if you're not careful, you can get stuck in a dead end while like a bunch of Rotologists are chasing you. And even though they don't do much damage by themselves, in a group they can absolutely beat your ass. So the main gameplay loop basically revolves around avoiding the Rotologists, like the absolute fucking hordes of Rotologists that there are, all while trying to make it as deep into the Rotology building as possible. And the reason that you want to make it deep into the Rotology building is because of the gameplay progression in this game. Because as I mentioned at the start of this video, there actually is progression in this game. In the game, while you're running around and like exploring the Scientology building and finding all the new wacky torture chambers and crazy rooms and whatnot, in the rooms you will find like a bunch of little collectible items, and you can only hold 10 items at a time, and they can range from anything from like pens to like magic 8 balls to discs to papers and documents and all that stuff, right? And once you collect your 10 items, or however many items you have, your task is to make it out of the Scientology building alive. And if you manage to do that, then you can make it back to like the main like starter area of the game, and you can sell all your papers and all your loot that you found. And once you do that, you get money, and with that money you can buy like a bunch of new gear and things that the game offers. Like there's like night vision goggles, I think. There's like abilities that let you push around the Rotologists out of your way so they don't damage you. There's like weapons that you can buy. There are like some tools that you can buy. There's overall a lot of things you can buy to help you out in your future Rotology runs. There's even like band-aids, for example, to heal you, and invisibility potions so you can sneak past all the Rotologists and guards and whatnot. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And like I said, there's also this game is like round-based. Like there's like actual rounds that, you know, last a certain amount of time, and you have to like accomplish your goals within that amount of time. And in this game, every round that you play lasts 5 minutes. I think like 5 to 6 minutes or something like that. And during those 5 to 6 minutes, again, like I said, your goal is to make it as deep into the Scientology building as possible, and collect all your loot. But you have to be careful of the time, because when you collect your loot, you have to make it back to the surface before the round ends in order to sell all your stuff. If you die, then all your stuff gets lost. And if the timer runs out and you just get teleported to the starter area at the end of the round, your stuff also gets lost and you can't sell it anymore. So you have to be really wary of the time, and how much. Basically, you just have to be wary of how much time you have in each round. Because not only do you need to like collect all your items that are in the Rotology building during this time, but you also have to like make it back during the time limit as well, and actually sell your items to actually make a profit and actually be able to buy some items. And overall, it's pretty hard, honestly. It's honestly pretty hard to make it into the building and then out of the building within the time limits. I think I only managed to do it like once in my entire career of playing this game. But yeah, anyways, fellas, that's basically it. That's all I have to say about this game. It was surprisingly a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. The randomly generating, you know, maze, Rotology maze every round is a really, really interesting feature. It's really, really interesting that the game, you know, randomly generates all the rooms every time a new round starts. I think all the enemies are pretty cool. Maybe they're a little bit weak and a little bit samey, because Encountering any enemy other than the Rotologist is kind of rare. So I don't know. I kind of wish that there were like multiple kinds of Rotologists with multiple kinds of abilities and whatnot. Um, but outside of that, I think this game is pretty good. It's only in early access so far. It's only been out for like a month or something, I think. Barely even that. It's only been out for like a couple of weeks, but it is really fun for what it is so far, and I'm really excited to see where the game goes because I think that these developers are pretty creative and they got some good ideas cooking in their brains. But yeah, fellas, if this game sounds interesting to you, I suggest checking it out. Link is down in the description below as always. And with that being said, I'm done here, fellas. See you later, and goodbye.